Good morning, everybody. Oh, Jennifer, you changed your name again. You're really trying to confuse me, aren't you? If you change your avatar, I'll say you're a fraud. I slept solid last night, guys. The ducks won out. This is gonna be. A lot of people are gonna miss this. I'm letting them out like right away because I gotta get coffee into me. I'm so in need of caffeine right now, you wouldn't believe it. Oh boys, this is gonna be a heavy. Look at this. Oh boys, that's a horde, eh? Ho ho ho! That's wound up. Oh, stripper standing right there. Stripper, get up and get out of the way. Who do you think you are? You just stops in the middle of the doorway. Do you see that? What a duck! Like, why would she stop in the middle like that? I know exactly. What was she thinking? Not. She wasn't thinking. Like, girl, I don't believe it. Oh, look at this. The ones down there. Oh, we go to the other end of the gate, we can get out. If I don't get them out right now, they're going to spend the whole morning in the pen. I just look at Magoo. What are you doing, Magoo? I think it's going to be a beautiful day. I don't see clouds anywhere. Oh, they're headed straight over to the creek. I better get over here. Okay. I don't even have the camera pointing in the right place. Not a lot of people got to see that rush because YouTube notifications ain't working today, I guess. But hey, they can watch the replay. I slept through solid, guys. Didn't wake up until late this morning. These poor ducks. They're so confused. Look at this bunch. Come on, out you go. Come on, out. Oh, Bentley's even in with this confused crew this morning. Ducks, you can't get out this way. You'll sit here all morning. Let's go. Let's go out. Out. Well, it's confirmed Bentley's not the smartest. Are they going to hang a left or are they going to go to the second gate? Oh, they're doing a left. Get out. Go and have some fun. I'm just looking, guys. Look at this. The lawn's already starting to come back to life. You can see the green starting to come up from yesterday. The duck's not eating it. It's actually starting to grow again. There's hope for the lawn. I don't think there's much hope for over there where they destroyed it, but... Alright, let me change this camera. I'll move it. Okay. I got a duck that I gotta catch. And I can't catch it. Are you alright, little duck? Alright. It was questionable. Either it's lazy or it does have something wrong with it. As in got hurt in a stampede, which is totally possible. Okay. Oh, they're just running like crazy here. Okay, I'm going to take this camera down because there's not a cloud in the sky, so I can bring the camera right down here. Not like yesterday where it was like black clouds everywhere and it looked like the threat of rain. And then it didn't rain. Actually, I'm gonna bring two cameras over here. I think they're gonna hang around here this morning. I'm gonna go have coffee first. I'll come back and do the camera thing. I'm having a hard time deciding where to put the camera, guys, because like they're right there now, but I think they're gonna go over there when I'm having coffee, if you know what I mean. They're happy to get out. It's cool this morning. It's about 15 degrees right now. Oh, they're coming over. Where are they going to be? Yeah, they're going to go into this area. So I'm going to go farther over. Gotta make sure the cord isn't tangled up. Maybe today I'll be able to get the camera right into the mud for a nice little show of duck activity here. Alright, yeah, this is good for now. This is what you're getting for now on this stream if you want to watch ducks playing in the mud in the morning on the big stream. She's transmitting right now, live on YouTube. I'm gonna move the other camera around later. I gotta go have a coffee right now, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta go and I gotta sit down because I'm walking around with rubber boots on, and I shouldn't be. But I just slipped my boots on because I got up late, and I just got up late. I slept the whole night solid right through. Didn't even wake up. Absolutely wiped right out last night. But I cheated last night. Oh, and if that's what it takes for me to sleep all night, I'm thinking I might cheat every night because it felt good. Oh man, I woke up this morning, I thought, like, I heard the ducks in the yard, and I thought to myself, oh no, not again, like the freaking peak, guy, because I had the gun hanging by the window, and then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh no, it's morning, time to get up. Dougie curled up on the bed, still hasn't got off the bed. He's upstairs. He's probably watching me. Yeah, I can see his head looking at the sheets. He's laying on top of the bed. This is so good, getting the ducks out. Not as good as the lake, but at least, you know, they're... Oh, no, they... I got the camera pointed. I can't win. They're more interested in the grass. Oh, I don't believe this. Look at this. I went and put the camera pointing at the swamp, and now they're running around the yard looking for, oh, they're eating corn too, but they're doing the grass. Oh, they think it's open. Look at the adults, eh? They're, oh, he's opened the gate. Yeah, open the gate to go back in the pen if you want. I'm going to take a chance, guys, and I'm going to leave the camera. I got an idea. I got another idea. I'm full of ideas. I'm full of ideas here. This camera, I'm going to take the feeder camera. We'll get a stream here with ducks on it this morning somehow. I'll move it over to the bottom here, pointing towards the yard. There's no ducks over here. I'm going to try to go the right course with this cord. There's a trick. I'm surprised we only have 63 people here this morning. That is bizarre. Okay. Here we go. Nobody's commenting either. Oh, there's a comment. Good morning, Sue. All right. Okay, so this cord should go over all of the way. Okay. Oh, boy, the camera's loose. Was it ever loose? Sorry about that, guys. I got to do a little modification on the camera. It's gotten real loose. Is it ever? What's going on here? It's locked. Yeah, I gotta do some camera repair today. Camera equipment update. Alright. And for some reason, they're not interested in going in the mud this morning. They probably will later. They're going for a tour around the yard. So there's ducks in the yard. I gotta get some caffeine into me. Get some breakfast happening. Have a little chat with you guys. Then come out here, do some duck chores. Unload the truck. Take Doug in for physiotherapy. Now they're coming back up here. It's like they don't like it down there. I wonder why they don't want to go in the creek today. I don't think they know what they want to do. I'm going to leave the camera pointing at the empty bush. Sooner or later they got to go in there. Oh, it's great seeing the ducks get more room. Specifically access to the creek. And that creek over there is it runs 24/7. It doesn't stop running. It's actually fed by a little spring. It's not really fast, but it's continuous fresh water, and it's not runoff either, or surface water. It's actually a spring. Where the water on the other side of the creek, on the other side of the property, that creek is surface water creek. That one over there is actually a real creek. So the ducks are getting like real fresh groundwater all the time to play in. But for some reason this morning, yeah, now they're all coming over to this side of the yard. I don't have the cameras pointing in the right direction anywhere here this morning. I'm giving up. Look at them. They're not even going over to the mud this morning. Well, it is only the second morning of this expanded room since being locked up in the yard. We'll give them a chance. I gotta get coffee into me. I need coffee. I'm giving up, Patty. I am. The cameras, they're there until I go back out. Oh, they're headed back over. Oh, I think they're just ripping around using their legs. I think that's what it is. Yeah, now they're going all over there. I'm going to drag the camera, like I said, into the bush today so you guys can see them actually in action inside the bush, because there is not a cloud in the sky. But right now, it's coffee time. I think I'm on the outside network. I'm 99% sure. I'm positive, actually. So I gotta do a network switch here. All the adults are up here on this side of the yard. They're up over there. They're not hanging with the group. They're funny. They don't have anything to do with the horde. All right, today's Pink Cup Day. I haven't done a count yet on the pancakes. I'm gonna bag them up today. And I'll let you know the count of what the total was. I'm curious, but I'm upset that they're not as thick as they were the first night, because the juice from the blueberries thinned them out. Close the freezer. I'm getting breakfast ready while I'm chatting with you guys here. Oh, take my eggs out. Cold eggs. They should have been out like a while ago, but I was sleeping, so that wasn't possible. Doug's still upstairs. Oh, we're in the fridge. Oh. Eggs on counter. Warm the eggs up. Yesterday I cooked cold eggs. What a mistake. They got a little bit brown on the bottom. All right, let's get some coffee. Oh, it's like lifeblood. Doug, come on downstairs. Oh, he did sit. Look at this. He was on the couch. Doug. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Come and say hi to everybody. Come on. The sleepy little dog. You're doing good. You're not limping. Pick up Doug's medicine today for his thyroid problem that he now has. All right, let's switch networks before it cuts off. I'm back. I had to switch networks, Patty. I'm thinking the ducks went to the mud. Oh, they're working their way down there. They're getting there. I'll do some more proper camera placement later. What a difference wearing my brace on the outside of my sock instead. Much more comfortable. Much more comfortable. I'm not hurting. You almost don't even feel the brace, actually. So let's just get the little chat out here, see if anybody's chatting, because for some reason this morning the YouTube app has no chat happening. Huh. Oh, and there's the chat. Oh, I know. YouTube notifications didn't work this morning. Nobody saw the duck rush. It was limited. I think 23 people saw it this morning because YouTube sent no notifications out. YouTube's broken, guys. I don't know what's with this site. Why are they doing it? It's like frustrating. It is. It really is. It's really and there's so many creators going through the exact same thing. It's not just us. Trust me. It's happening to everybody. And I don't understand how YouTube can sit back and say nothing's wrong. That's what I don't understand. It's just like when you have so many videos on YouTube about creators, big creators, you know, like 3, 4, 500,000 subs. Well, they're not really big, but they're big in my world. But anyways, they're saying the same thing, that, you know, that no notifications getting sent out. But it's hit and miss, Patty. I don't understand. Like, is it YouTube? Like, did they hire a bunch of engineers that said, okay, how can we break the site? Because it's is there some master plan that they're trying to get rid of us? I don't know. But if they got rid of all the creators, what would you watch on YouTube? That's what I just don't understand what's going on. But hey, maybe there's a big giant plan that we're just not privy to. You know what I mean? Maybe there's something else going on. Something sinister. I don't know how many geese I'm keeping. I don't know how many geese I got. I honestly don't know how many geese, guys. You guys have more idea what I got here. You count them, I don't. I just live with them. But the plan is to get the goose shed and the barn fixed to keep them, which I got to do that. I got to do that right now. I got to write a note. GoFundMe. I got to start that. Get the ball rolling. Also, I had to buy boot glue for my boots that fell apart that I'm not happy with, and the manufacturer refuses to do anything about, but they also leak, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Hi, I do not speak English. Sorry. Oh, I know. YouTube isn't about you anymore, I know. It's about big corporations giving Google hundreds of millions of dollars to be on the front page. None of the geese are leaving here. Okay, I just cleared that right up here. None are leaving. If there's excess ganders that are, like, you know, a problem, they'll go to freezer camp. That's it. But I plan on keeping as many as possible. I am. And Chinese geese usually are pretty good. They don't fight. So the Chinese ganders could actually get a pass because they're pretty laid back. Chinese geese aren't as aggressive. But we've got some cool looking geese. I really like my geese. I wish we would never lost Magoo though, because I really would like to see what kind of goose he turned into. Being handicapped like that, he was so handicapped, man. Oh man. Oh gosh, I slept all night and I'm yawning like a little baby here. Plus Lucy's got to get a male. I don't know. It's like, see who she breeds with. Maybe Lucy will breed with a Chinese. I don't know. I like the one with the big giant pajamas. They're huge pajamas, man. That girl's going to lay a lot of eggs. She's got the pajamas to hold them. That's a lot of space underneath. A lot of space. Lucy's a mean goose, though. You gotta remember that. Lucy hisses. Lucy's an emdom, and they're aggressive. She's attacked me. You missed Sarah this morning. You missed Stripper this morning, Sarah. Stripper did a stupid thing. Yep, I'm gonna hatch geese. I'm gonna hatch it. Next year's live hatching here. Your kids want blueberry pancakes today? I wonder why, Ford. You let them watch the blueberry pancake video? I'm having eggs and hash browns this morning. I had a little too much pancakes. Overdid it. Gotta slow down. Plus, I want to do a count before I eat anymore, just in case I lose count. I want to know exactly what I got. Lucy's dad. I'm trying to think. I think Lucy's older than you think, guys. I think Lucy was actually an egg that was given to me, that I hatched in 2014. So we never really did see Lucy's dad. I'm trying to think. Because I hatched all those ganders. Yeah, I'm thinking Lucy's been here since 2014. Because I hatched all those ganders. All those in 2014, and my neighbor gave me all the eggs. I did that hatch. Yeah. Endems are nasty geese. So, did anything happen last night? Oh, let me look on Facebook instead of asking here, because I'll just go check. Because I didn't hear anything, but then again, I slept right through. Oh. Well, someone posted a picture that just says, I think your fox is hiding. Yeah, it's just a picture. But I don't know. Where is he hiding? Kelly, you post a picture, you need to circle where you think the fox is hiding, but I can't see it. Okay, we'll see if there's anybody else shared anything with me. No. That was yesterday at 5 in the morning. No, Janie didn't post anything. So Janie didn't watch last night. Our official videographer. Yeah, I am. No picture. Nothing. No videos this morning. So it was a quiet night here. Okay, there's Janie, our official videographer extraordinaire, capture woman. So I wonder why nobody came in last night. Just me? I know that. I said that in the video. Exactly what you typed on your comment. I said that. Or are you just quoting me? I know that's why the blueberries sitting, the juice came out of them. I knew that exactly the next morning when I took them and I saw them how runny the mix was. But I wasn't going to stay up that night. I would have had to stay up till 2 a.m. cooking if I wanted to cook them right away. Because I cooked yesterday morning, not yesterday morning, the morning before I cooked for 5.5 hours. I cooked pancakes. Oh, you like this coffee cup? This one? This is a lady's hockey coffee cup. It's a little bit smaller. It doesn't hold as much. And it's sort of like a pinky color. I decided to have pink this morning to give some people some shock. Goose does not eat, just sleeps. Please help me. I don't know how I could help you. I don't know why your goose is not eating. Maybe you're feeding it the wrong food. And if it just sleeps all the time, it doesn't sound good. Patty, it's her geese. Or his geese. We don't know. People put our avatars. I'm assuming it's a woman. A lady. A girl. A female. I'm assuming. What up with all the pancakes in freezer? What up? Well, where am I going to put them? In my cupboard? Do you think the fence freaked out the fox? You think it got his mojo all screwed up? Fooled him? Freaked his head right up? Came into the yard going, what's going on? All this fence? Maybe. might have screwed everybody up actually coming through. Coyotes, the works. Could have. Really could have. They because the fence screwed Doug up. But it won't take long, they'll jump it. They might walk around it, you know, the first couple times. So, but they'll figure it out. They'll case it out. They'll keep coming in and they'll keep looking at it. You never know. I just know one thing. It's nice to have the ducks over there in the creek playing in the water. It was good thinking. Not really good thinking. I should have done it the first time. It has you screwed up, Tom? It was funny yesterday. My buddy, you know, he's a cute, funny guy. That's that stuff he does. And we were down there and moving the fence around, and he got disoriented in the yard, and he was like, "Oh, we'll go over there." I said, "No, we're putting the fence over there." And I was like, "Too much property for you." It was like, oh, it was so funny. It was priceless. I would have had to video the whole thing to capture it, but it was like he was going to put the fence on the wrong side of the yard. They'll turn the creek into a pond real soon. They will, Brian. They'll drill the crap out of it. We'll see you later there. Sorry I couldn't answer your goose question. But your goose question really wasn't that thorough. How's my Achilles tendon doing? Hurting? Hurt it bad yesterday, Sarah. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. I'm not gonna lie. Too much walking with the big rubber boots on. Okay, is there anybody? I'm just looking here. I'm taking the stream up because I want to see if. Oh, there are some ducks. They're in the mud, guys. They're over there, but there's only 11 people interested in watching the ducks in the mud. It's actually a really good video. The quality is unbelievable, actually. They're in there playing in the mud. All right, on. Okay, so that's happening. I'm just checking out the streams to see if we have any ducks in the streams. It's nice to have, you know, streams with ducks in them since you're doing live streaming of ducks. Oh, I gotta remove that. I gotta move that guy. All right. Well, we're doing good. Something's going on. I'm a slow healer. It's a slow healer. Achilles tendon are really slow healers. The tendons are super slow to heal. Am I going to put a camera in the same spot tonight? Which camera, Connie? Which camera? I had 3 cameras last night, so which one are you referring to? Helps if you give me an idea of which one, and then I can answer your question. I'm glad the ducks are out, though. The predator cam. Please keep it. Oh, the one by the fence, Janie? The fence cam? You want to leave that just in case, eh? Well, okay. Well, so that means I got to run 3 at night then. It gave you a good shot having the camera outside the fence last night. You could see the ducks all sleep and how relaxed they are. You noticed last night, well, I think it was about 9:30 there, they freaked right out, like totally freaked. And then I got all freaked out, went upstairs with a gun, and I looked at the other end of the pen, and there's all the adults at the other end of the pen sleeping. And I'm like, well, then there's nothing happening because the adults are chilling, you know, at the other end of the pen. They're, you know, nothing's happening. They just freaked for freak. So I hobbled up the stairs, got the gun out, and it was like I was in pain. And I was like, oh, man, you know, well, just actually like I was telling Tom this morning, you know, the car accident, it turned out it was a dump truck. I was walking out to the gate, okay, guys, and my laneway is 450 feet long. That's how long. From my house to the gate is 450 feet, okay? And I got these big rubber boots on, and and I shouldn't be wearing the rubber boots, but I did last night because I thought I was just going to be doing the ducks out in the yard. And I walked out there, and I was maybe about 50 feet from the gate, 100 feet from the gate, and I was saying to myself, what am I going to do? Like, I can't do anything. I'm in so much pain walking up the laneway with this foot of mine in a rubber boot. Like, if I would have had my work boot on tight, it would be a different story, but I had my loose rubber boot on. And I'm like, I'm just literally, I don't have a cell phone with me. I can't phone anybody. I'm just going to see a car accident and go, I'm a spectator. I can't do anything. I couldn't even help a person out of a car. I couldn't do anything. I was like, why am I walking out here? Like, I can't do anything. I'm literally useless right now, you know? Like, I was just shaking my head to myself. But I was just, you know, settling my curiosity of the big bang dump truck. Who gets gravel delivered in the dark? I don't understand that. Because it was dark. But I guess, you know, they had lights in their yard and they could tell where they're dumping it. I know I gotta get a load of gravel from my driveway, but I gotta wheelbarrow it all in the spot, so I gotta get someone here to help me. I can't do it myself, and I'm doing it right now by foot. So, but I gotta get the GoFundMe happening, guys, because we're gonna be doing the goose shed before the ducks even leave, I think. You'd help me, Patty? But you're a little far away to be shoveling gravel. The notifications aren't working this morning, guys. Nobody got notified. I'm not kidding you. There was like 23 people saw the duck rush this morning. And I know a trick now with this YouTube thing, with YouTube Live, is if I set the streams up, get it all set up and leave it, YouTube puts it on my channel as an upcoming event, and everybody sees it, because I've been watching this. I've been leaving it, like instead of hitting go live right away on the app, I leave it and I wait, and then I come in the computer check, and I'm like everybody. I go onto the page to see the event, and I see everybody waiting. So YouTube, and I did that this morning. I set it up, and I put it on the ground, and I didn't hit go live. I set it on the ground. I moved the camera around. I moved the Zika hut, and you know, everything was. I got everything organized. It was a good 3 minutes. And then I went live, and there was only like 17 people there, so it didn't work this morning. But normally it does. Instead of me just going live instant, like set the app up and then just go live instant. If I wait in limbo, it seems that more people find out about it. I honestly don't know how you could fix this. It's YouTube, you know. We need another site, you know, unfortunately. It's starting to, unless YouTube fixes this, because it's getting worse. But there is no other site, you know, that you can do this type of deal. Unfortunately, they got a monopoly on it right now. Because not only do you need another site, you need a big company that's got like servers all around the world, so that people don't have buffering. Because you know how buffering really irritates people. You know, they don't have servers all around the world mirroring the content. It would just be like, think about it. Imagine the comments. Oh, it's buffering, it's buffering, it's buffering, buffering. It would just be, that's all the comments would be. Or we would have to tell you they're buffering. It would be just a lot of buffering whining. Yeah, I know. I opted for the new look a couple months ago on the beta. They offered it to me to use it, and I tried it, and I absolutely hated it. I tried it for a week solid, and I hated it because lots of things disappeared, and like lots of things disappeared, like ways of accessing the channel as a creator. And I'm like, why would you get rid of this stuff? And now I noticed last night that I went on YouTube in the living room and this morning, and everything now is the new format. It isn't optional anymore. And it sucks. But they still have in the bottom, test new features. I don't know. But the new one sucks. I will agree with you guys. It's too much white. It's too much white. That's what I think. It's too much white. Doug? He was here. Doug! 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 Shh, Dougie! Doug! Where'd you go? I think he's in the back room. Gotta go get Doug's meds today. He's got a medical problem. I'm hoping we only do it for a month and do another test, and then it turns out that he doesn't need to be on it. I'm hoping. It's going to take a grand total of 3 tests to find out. The test he just had, then he's going to do a month of the meds, and then we'll do another blood work, see where his thyroid is, take him off the meds, go a month, and then do another test, and see where he's sitting, and then we'll know if he's going to be permanently on the meds or not. I hope he's not on the meds. I hope. I really hope. The thing is, dear Twitch, Matt isn't playing video games. I think you can stream on Twitch, not being a video game person. But the thing is that could you imagine the trolling what would happen on that channel with all the kids? It's hypoid. He's got an underactive thyroid gland. So nothing will give Doug more energy. Photo girl. Doug's a laid back dog. Bye, Patty. And the thing is, Doug's symptoms, well, the symptoms of a hypothyroid is Doug doesn't have them. He doesn't have weight gain, and he doesn't have bad fur. Doug's got beautiful fur, soft, silky stuff, and he's not gaining weight. Like, well, this morning, look at it. I didn't put stuff on his food, you know, and there you go. Because I had corn on the cob last night, multiple corn on the cob, way too many actually. So it's like if I put drippings on his food, he woofs all his food down, then he gains weight. But if I don't put drippings on his food, he doesn't woof his food down. And then he doesn't get he doesn't sit at his like 134, 135. I think he should be like a 120. After seeing him at 129, I'm thinking it won't hurt him. I think it'll actually be good for him. Lose a little weight. Be easier on his shoulder. Be a lot easier on his shoulder. Doug should be a dog model. Yeah, he's got the look. He does. He's a handsome bugger. He is. Doug, come here, you handsome bugger. Doug, come on. Look at that, the response. He's so well trained. Doug, come here. Want a treat? Heel. Try every word. Heel. Where did he go? Doug. Okay, this is unbelievable. This dog. What a Doug. Come here. Like, he's looking at me like, why? You're going to give me nothing. There's no treats. Like, there's no purpose. Come on, Doug. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on, Doug. Come on. Doug, come. Doug! You're so rotten. Oh, man, dog. Come here. You, Doug. My God, dog, you're the worst. Hey? You'd almost think I beat him. Come here, dog. Hey. Oh, a bit of a stretch. Oh, dog. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Want a treat? All right, I know how to get them. Watch this. Okay. This will work. I'm not going to say anything. Be quiet. Open the fridge. The pepperette bag. Huh? Can you guys hear the pepperette bag? Oh, dog. The pepperette bag, eh? But can you believe how slow that was? Man, that's brutally slow. Like that's live, guys. You saw how bad that was. That's slow. That's slow. Like that was like a lot of rustling of plastic to get him to come. Unbelievable. Like that's what you call laid back, guys. That's like that's a dog that food is really not that important to him. Oh, cheese works too, but the problem is that's the response rate. Because I put the cheese in a plastic bag too, and it's like the exact same thing. Pepperette cheese, same category of response. That's the fastest he'll respond, right there, guys. That's it. That's food treats with Doug. Pepperette or cheese is the fastest you can get him to move, and you saw how slow that was. He always gets pepperettes. Anytime I do the bag, the pepperettes are for him and I. We share them. It's a communal treat. Oh, I just don't believe how slow he was. Well, I shouldn't say I don't believe. Oh, look at that. We're gonna lay down in a new spot now. Anyways, so we're getting his medicine today, and he's gonna get another laser treatment. And I'm going to do some physiotherapy myself. Personally, I'm going to unload the truck and drop my car off at the garage to get that catalytic converter welded. I just don't believe they want $2,000 for a catalytic converter. That's crazy. Well, I have to learn the release command. For me, what's the release command? I need laser on me. I know. I'm trying to convince them, but they won't leave me in the room alone. I don't understand the release. Can you tell me, Bev? I'm not grasping that. I've asked them many times to let me be in the room with the machine, but they unplug it and it's got a lock. You got to know the 5-digit code to get into it on the touch screen. When you give a command like sit, okay, yeah, he'll sit for me. What's the sit and then release? Release what? I don't understand. I'm fragmented comments are hard to figure out, guys. You might be thinking, but I'm not understanding. Good morning, Jasmine. I'm waiting for Bev to explain herself because I'm totally confused on how sit and release go together. He sit, don't walk away without releasing the command. Don't walk away without releasing the command. I don't get that, Bev. I'm sorry. I don't understand I'm blanking out here, guys. I'm sorry. These partial sentences is really hard to figure out what you're trying to tell to me. Jasmine's getting lots of good mornings here. She means a stop sitting command. Yeah, it's called up. And then he gets up from sitting. He does that too. Or get out of here, then he'll leave. There's another one I use too, but No, if I want him to sit forever, it's called stay. Stay is the command to make him stay forever. Sit's the action command. That's what I want you to do. Like lay down, lay down. Stay. Stay. Follow up with stay, then he stays. Or come on, let's go. All different ways. Or he just decides he's had enough and he leaves. Because Doug does what he wants. You guys are like too complicated with this dog stuff. You actually have no idea how stubborn that dog is. He's worse than my Rocco was, and Rocco was bad. Rocco had Malamute, and he was like brutal. It took 3 years to train that dog before he would listen enough that I could introduce a third dog in his life. It was just unbelievable. Buddy was 16 months, and he was total voice control. Rocco never really achieved it. And Doug is right in that category too. Except that Doug he's got the handsome factor that he plays on you. I love how everybody shares with me how much they hate coffee. You know, there's lots of foods I hate, but I just don't talk about them. Actually, I don't hate any many foods. I'm trying to think. Pretty well I can eat anything. Well, no, I'm not a big fan of yogurt. Yogurt's the one I can pass on yogurt any day. I'd have to be really hungry in a desperate situation for yogurt, like nothing else. Then I could do yogurt. Okay, Jasmine, I'm going to read your comment. The situation is this. You say sit, he sits. You go do chores. When does he get out of sit? Doug thinks now, later, tomorrow, next go. No, because I always follow, if I want him to stay where he's doing, I say the word stay. Why, do you guys don't like the word stay? I say sit, stay. Then he stays. Like, you guys don't like the word stay, I guess. All right. I use the word stay when I want him to stay. He knows what I want him to do. There's no confusion. Stay forever? Stay until I tell him it's okay to come. Till I call you to come over, or I wave my arm at you. I do a lot of arm commands like this because I don't want to yell. I just go like this, and he sees my arm. I go like this, and he comes to me. Or I tell him he's a really cute dog. Come on. Or I go, what's that? Go get this. Or there's lots of ways of releasing him from stay. Sometimes just looking at him in the corner of your eye, and then he comes over, and it's like, no, I didn't want you to come over. Oh, Brian, you have no idea. I know what you're talking about. It's impossible to please everybody. Absolutely impossible. That's one thing I've learned this year with this live streaming, guys. You have no idea. I've had my eyes opened up big time. It's impossible. You invite all these people into your life and share it. It's like, get ready for lots of input. Oh, lots of input. You have no idea. You guys don't know what it's like to sit here. And, okay, I'm going to give you an idea, okay? Just so you can get your head around it. typically, my channel used to get between 300 and 700 comments a day when I used to do videos. You know, so between 300 to 700 comments it would get. And like now, you know, it ranges anywhere from, you know, 3,000 to 20,000 depending on the day of comments. And you know, so like there's a lot of chatting back and forth between you guys, but there's a lot of input in those comments. It's like, so like the input selection has gone right through the roof, you know. Your dogs run your house, Megan? Doug runs my house here. Yeah, he's my buddy. Like, you guys are forgetting like what I'm dealing with here. I'm dealing with a dog that had so many bad habits that it was like I can't break them. I can't break the habits. It's like 17 months old when I got him, and he had like every bad habit you can think of, and I broke him of some of them, but some of them is just impossible. And you know, you only you can either enjoy the dog with what you get him to, how do you say this? You get somebody else's broken dog, and then you got to mold them to you. And the person, like, give you an idea, guys, like the type of personality where Doug was and where I have him, polar opposites, okay? Total polar opposite, like total polar opposite. Their house, the apartment they lived in, the townhouse setup it was nothing but garbage. There was trails of garbage through the house to get to the rooms. There was like garbage piled at the front door. There was bones laying at the door. It was unbelievable. There was just garbage. It was a madhouse. There was traffic nonstop. People. There was like I think it was a 6-year-old, 13-year-old, and 18-year-old kid living there. There was a cat with kittens. The dog had no control. Would jump over couches. Like, you sit on the couch and it would jump over the couch and in front of you. Like, it was just unbelievable. And they had no control. They never took him outside. He went outside once a day to go to the bathroom, or go to the park to hurt him, you know, to make him run when he was a pup when they shouldn't have. Like, it was just on and on and on, okay? And it was like total opposite. No structure. None whatsoever. No commands. No, close to a hoarder house. Just garbage, though. There was nothing hoarder. Like, I'm a little bit of a hoarder. This was just garbage. And with dirty, like everything dirty. Everything had a dirt film to it. Doug was so dirty that when I petted him, that I had to wash my hands afterwards, because when I took my hands, you know, when you go like this, and then you get that grit, you know, the in your hands. That's how dirty Doug's fur was. It was just disgusting. First thing I did when I got him was give him a bath. It was just disgusting, his fur. It was unbelievable. And then I couldn't believe how soft his fur was after I gave him a bath. I was like, oh, this dog's real soft. So anyways, that was his life. Never seen a vet, never got any shots, nothing. 17 months old, still has nuts. Total bad pet ownership. You know, like he was neglected and trapped. And he was a rescue. That was a second home that he went to, because he was a rescue. They rescued him, and they basically rescued into a gulag, you know. And then I came along and rescued him for real. But and that's what I was dealing with. 17 months old. A dog that was just like gone through who knows what. And I've always believed in life, and this is my theory, and I've had a lot of dogs, guys. I've got like decades and decades of dogs experience, because I had 3 dogs for 10 years at once. All voice command. I could control all 3 of them with voice command, and 300 pounds of dogs to control by voice command. It was pretty amazing. I have videos on of control. There's a video. I don't know if it's private or not. Maybe it is private. Maybe I can share it. Maybe let's just see if I can share this video, just to show you the kind of control. 3 big dogs with no treats. I might be private. Let me just see. It might be private. I might have it on private. I think it's got music in the background. Let me just take a look here. Where is it? Oh. No. No, it's in the Rocco video. Or the, yeah, it's, I'd have to queue it up. Yeah, damn. I think it's in the Spike video. When Spike got ran over, murdered. I'd have to queue it up to the spot where they're sitting. And it's just priceless how they listen. Yeah, it is. Yeah, oh, I don't have time. It's 26 minutes long. I'm not going to torture you guys to get to that. But dog has 17 months of no training. So then I got him and I had to train him. And then not only that, I had 1,000 ducks here, 900 ducks. So I was hatching that year. Doug's here, brand new dog, training him. So I'm training him 1,000, and then 1,000 birds running. Doug throw him into 1,000 birds, and he went from an apartment to 1,000 birds, and then all this bush. It was like there was a it was overload for him, overload for me. So I broke him of most habits, but he's bad. He's just a bad dog, but he's a good dog in the same. You know what I mean? Bad and good all at once. Oh, good guy Greg, you watched the Spike video, yeah. So there's a spot in the Spike video where Doug, or the 3 dogs sitting there in the kitchen, and I'm training them all to sit and lay down with no treats, and all 3 of them were doing it. But Doug's got lots of problems because of his like if I had Doug since he was a pup like 8 weeks old, not be even remotely close to the same dog. He'd be absolute voice command. Doug will bite me. Like that's Doug. Like he seems like a big old baby, but Doug will bite me. And I've never had a dog in my life that will bite me. And Doug will bite me out of when he gets pissed off. Doug has bit me. Like he's got a little bit of attitude. Like it's like I know you're my master and I love you and everything, but don't push me because I'll take a snap at you. And he has taken snaps at me. Oh, because of the way he was brought up. Yeah, Greg saw it there, and there was 3 big dogs, with a pup, and they were learning. No, not all dogs will bite, Cheryl. I've never had a dog bite me, because I bite them when they're pups. I always bite them on the lip when they're a pup, to let them know that I'm the boss. Never had a dog bite me after I did that. Never, never, never. I've had puppies. You know how puppies chew on you and hurt you? You want to stop it? Bite their lip. They'll never bite you again. Just like the mother does. Exactly the same thing the mother does when she takes a nip at the pups, because the pups are biting her. They never bite the mother again. And it works. No, not the ear. It's the lip's more tender, France. Right there on the lip. Just a little. The ear is not as good. The lip, that's the tender spot. And all you got to do is take it and just enough until they squeal, and they will never bite you again. Never. But do it when they're a pup, eh? Don't do it like when they're Doug size, because if I bit Doug on the lip right now, he'd bite me back. Oh. Oh, he'd bite me back bad. Doug's bad. Doug has attitude. Doug's not really my dog. He's more like my roommate. You bit your dog on the ear and it only took once. There you go. Well, it's not really good news, Jasmine. Doug potentially could be on drugs the rest of his life to deal with this. It really wasn't good news. Good news would be nothing's wrong. Guy could really... Oh, man. And he's banned, or she's banned. Well, it's more manageable, but it's still bad news. It's like twice a day for the rest of his life, popping pills down his throat. I could do without that. I'm hoping it's a month, do the test again, and then wait a month without it and see what happens. And I'm hoping that it's just a finicky thing. It's just, you know, because Andrew says like it's not. It's like today when I go to the vet hospital, I'm gonna actually look at the test. I'm gonna get Andrew to show me, but he said it's just under normal. Like it's just, he says it's just like just under normal. So I'm hoping maybe it's just a, you know, he's got a little bit of an imbalance going, and he'll go back to normal. You know, that's what I'm hoping. Because everything's perfect. His kidneys, his liver, everything came back absolutely perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, no, hypothyroid. Not diabetic. Oh, diabetic would suck. Have to give him needles every day. I'm hoping it's just because he had a streak of laziness and, you know, anyways, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. That's all I can do is hope. But the fact that he has no symptoms, which is weight gain and bad fur, I'm thinking that it's, you know, 1 month and he'll be back to normal. I'm thinking. Maybe not even a month, a couple weeks. I'll do another test. I'll see what Andrew gives me today for drugs, and then I'll talk to him, and then I'll schedule another test, and we'll go in and do another blood work, and find out, and just to confirm, because I'm not going to just do one test and then put Doug on a drug for the rest of his life. So I'll test him. I'll just keep testing until we because you know, like the thing is, you know, one test doesn't tell you really much. You need to do like multiple to make sure. Because like I said, he doesn't have any symptoms, you know. Like, my answer was garbled in the transmission. What answer? Did I just garble something? I don't know what I said. Oh, guys. Oh, I can't believe I slept the whole night. Oh, no fox. Coyote woke me up. No, it was a tribute video to Spike. Buddy never got a video. Spike was murdered. Buddy died of, well, old age and health problems. What's going on, Carson? I'm streaming on YouTube right now. That's what I'm doing. That's what's going on. I'm sitting here in my kitchen having coffee, chatting with you guys. Yeah, I cheated though, photo girl. To get the full night's sleep. I cheated. It worked though. It was a good call on my part. Put it that way. This cheat that I pulled off. I might be doing it again tonight because it sure felt good to sleep the whole night. My answer is about what plasma? No, Alita, it was a dump truck delivering gravel. No accident. Melatonin. What's melatonin? I don't know. Melatona? I don't know. Oh, you guys are here. I'll post the link here in the chat for anybody that wants to watch the depressing Spike video. I don't get any ad revenue, so skip the commercial because it's got copyrighted music in it. So just skip the commercial, okay? There's no reason to watch the commercial because the Duck Adventure doesn't get anything because there's some music in it. All right, so there you go. That was when Spike got murdered. I was very depressed. Extremely depressed when that happened. That was a bad time. Oh, Jasmine, the new duck area, they're having a blast outside there in the mud. That was my first editing job, like my true editing job. You wouldn't believe what I went through to do that edit. I'd never done it before. How did I do? I'm trying to remember how I did that. I had all these video clips
on different cameras over the years, and I didn't even have them organized in the right place, and I had to dig through all these devices, and I had to put them all on the computer, and I'm trying to remember how I did it. Actually, I'll tell you, let me just look here on the, I think I used the YouTube editor. I'll tell you in a second if it is a YouTube editor that did it. Yes, it was. It was a YouTube editor. So what I had to do was I had to go through and get all these devices, get all this all these different videos. I had to upload them onto YouTube, and I was depressed, bawling. I was just I was just sad. I was down here like at 4 in the morning every morning doing this. It took me 7 days to do that video. 7 days to do it. Oh, it was bad. And I was just bawling the whole time because I was just like, it was killing me to do it, but I wanted to do it because I wanted to remember Spike, because I was at that low point, where you want to, when you want to wallow in your self-pity pain, you know what I mean? Instead of snapping out of it, I just kept beating myself up because I sort of was blaming myself. But it was long story short. Anyways, and I did the edit, and I had a crappy internet connection. It was really bad. It was just a DSL, and it was like a 400 kilobyte upload speed. It was just brutal. But I did the edit, and it was a tribute to Spikey. He was a cool dog, and I didn't even need to train him. He copied the other dogs. No. He everything the Rocco and Buddy did, he mimicked. It was so easy to train him. It was like I really didn't train him. I just let him copy the other two dogs, and it turned out it was like perfect. They all listened perfectly. It was unbelievable. But that was a lot of work having those 3 dogs. Whoa, that was like a ton of work. Yeah, they ran him over on purpose. Just unbelievable. Screwed his car up completely. Minivan. Don't know why somebody would hit a dog that big on the road. Like, just stupid. It's like seeing a deer on the road. Oh, let's hit the deer. You're going to take your fender off your car. I don't care. Let's hit it. It's just like dumb. Oh, man, the old guy. Luckily, I was so in shock when it happened. I would have kicked his head in with my work boots. I was like so mad. But I was in shock. It was just absolute shock. I couldn't believe it. That day was just burnt into my head. Bad day. 3 dogs is hard, man. Especially 3 big ones. Because they were like 80, 108, 105 is what the weights were. The big dog. 85, 108, 105. Oh, the idiot. He saw the dog. Didn't care. Just kept going right on. There were people standing at the radio station waving their arms, trying to get him to stop. And he just went right through and hit the dog. They watched. There was ladies. There was 4 or 5 people standing in the parking lot, standing outside the parking lot, waving their arms, screaming, trying to get this guy's attention not to do what he was doing, coming down the hill. And he just went right to they saw the dog go flying. They saw it all happen. They witnessed it all. I didn't find out later that there was witnesses to the whole ordeal until like 7 o'clock that night. When they came over, the radio station manager came over to see how I was doing. Oh, Susan, it was beyond awful. The last thing in my mind, and it's burnt into my mind, the last pleasant thought, was I had a bed out in the back room. And my last memory of the dog was I looked through the back door here, through the window, and he was amazing. He was 105 pounds, and he could curl up into a ball this big, and he would curl up on the bed, and he was a very happy dog. And every time you looked at him, he'd wag his tail. Like, you just look at him, and he'd go, oh, it was one of those dogs. He was just wound out, 105 pounds of wound out. And I looked out, the last memory I have, the last pleasant memory, I look out in the back room, through that glass door back there, the window, and I look at him, he was curled up on the bed, and his tail's just going so happy, and then 5 minutes later, he was dead. That's how fast it happened. 5 minutes later, he was dead. No. He was so happy sitting there with his tail wagging. He was a happy dog. Unbelievably happy dog. It was a sad day, and that happened 11 days before Christmas. Needless to say, it wasn't a very happy Christmas. And the other two dogs, well, actually Rocco, because Buddy had already passed away, Rocco went into severe depression for 2 years. It took him 2 years to snap out of it, and then Rocco had to be put down because he was done. He was old, 13 years old. But it depressed him. He was not right for 2 years. He was really, really, really attached to Spike, big time. So, but that was another chapter in my life on dogs. No, they don't. There's no law against running dogs over. Nothing. It's classed as an accident. If anything, I could be legally responsible for the damage on their vehicle. Oh, because he did get through the gate and get onto the highway, so it's actually my fault. He was 7 years old. I think 7 or 7.5. He was in sevens. It's called the liability law. It's my fault that the vehicle got wrecked because my dog was on the road. That's the way the law is. There's no law stopping you from running a dog over. You can just say, well, it's an accident. Dog came on the road. He was on the road. Well, you know, he could say that he didn't see the dog. There's so many ways around it. It's your word against them. You know, but that was a bad day. Very bad day. And it was December, and it was wet, and I had to dig his grave, and it was a mud grave. I had to dig it in the mud. It was just brutal. It was so wet. It was like the most brutal hole I ever dug. Crying the whole time. It was just brutal. But it was bad. Yeah, painful experience, guys. So let's talk about something cheery. Doug, the dog that doesn't listen. So, and now we have Doug. Which Doug, it's like he's a combination of my last three dogs, actually, because my last three, Buddy was a killer. Buddy killed everything. Like, he killed everything. He was a killer dog. He was like, put it this way, this little 80-pound dog, well, not little 80 pounds, but his fur was like velvet, but he was the kind of dog that if you were lost in the bush, he was the dog you wanted to be with, because one, he could catch anything and kill it. I mean, anything. The dog could catch rabbits in the bush. He was amazing, fast. His fur was silky soft. He loved to cuddle. So, like, if at night freezing, he would snuggle right up to you. He would snuggle up in here and curl up, and he would keep you warm. And he would kill your supper for you. The ultimate dog to be stuck in the bush with. Rocco, stubborn as could be, absolutely brutal stubborn. So Doug likes to kill things. Doug is stubborn. And then Spike has a lot of physical looks, or Doug has a lot of physical looks like Spike, the length, the girth, the build, and the sheer joy, you know. So it's like Doug is like 3 dogs in one, and a lot easier to take care of. Oh, Doug's a lot more handsome than the other 3 dogs. He's a cuddle bug to a certain degree, photo girl. He's really only a cuddle bug first thing in the morning. At night, he likes to be left alone. He's like one of those, you know, don't touch me dogs in the middle of the night. But when in the morning, when he's like all sleepy, that's when you can maul him, big time maul him. And he will sleep mauled up. You can, like, unbelievably maul him in the morning. But don't, at night, when he first jumps on the bed, he prefers, like, oh, don't touch me. You know, cling on, you know, like. But he's good for morning cuddles. He's really good for morning cuddles. He plays it up too. I think a lot of it is so that he doesn't have to get out of the bed. I think a lot of it's for that. Honestly, I do. I think that's what it is. It's like the longer I can keep him in bed, the longer I can stay in bed type thing. You know what I mean? Where at night he knows I'm in bed, so it's like, don't touch me. I know we're here for the night. Oh, I should get my act together, guys, because I want to get some things done today. I want to get the cameras moved into the because the weather. I'm just going to confirm the weather here because it's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous today. And I just want to confirm it, and come on, load page, and it is 25. Oh, tonight 40% chance of rain tonight. The rain. Tomorrow only 16 degrees. Oh, look at this. Look at this, guys. Unbelievable. I can't believe this. Look at this. Look, it's back. See that? So you know what that means? That right there means it's going to be over here soon. I bet you tomorrow we'll look at the weather. It'll only be 2 days of sun, and then it'll be rain. This will be transferred over, and it'll be just solid rain. Oh, man. This rain this year is just brutal. Ugh. You're jealous because it's rain or not or nice today? We haven't had anything to be jealous of, man. Trust me. This is like 30% chance of rain today in Petawawa. So that means it could rain this afternoon. So I got to be careful with the cameras again. I got to keep an eye out. It's saying that it's not supposed to rain until 7 o'clock. Oh man, you can't win. And nothing like moving a camera around and the Zika hut when your ankle's sore. Alright. I'm going to get my breakfast happening and get things happening here today. We're going to unload the truck. I'm going to move some cameras around, get you guys some better views of the ducks playing in the mud. And I'm not going to work too hard today because of yesterday. My ankle's a little sore. And I want to watch it. I got to be careful. Because last night, when I was walking around, it felt like it was last week. The pain. So. Now. Yes, Tom, you're right. Unfortunately, that is the deal. The law considers killing an animal just material damage. If it's an accident, it's an accident. We have very low regard for animals in Western society. It's unbelievable, actually. What did Gandhi say? You know, a country, what is it? The way animals are treated is a reflection of the country. Our society. It's bad. Which I never could figure out, you know, the amount of people that love animals and the power we have, you know, because of the numbers we have, but we can't seem to get the politicians to enact laws that reflect our wishes, you know, of what we think about animals. It just shows you how powerful the lobbying groups are, right? Where you can have, because, you know, I firmly believe there are, like, hands down way more people that care about animals than that don't, you know. Like, I think we are the strong majority. Very strong majority. I think we are, like, I find it hard to believe that there is 1/3 of the population don't care about animals. Or not 1/3. Yeah, I'd say there's 1/3 that don't and 2/3 that do. So how does 66% of the population that cares not get our politicians to, you know, to stand up and make laws that protect animals? But the lobbying groups, hey, if you start writing protection laws, and then the lobbying groups step in, and it's like, no, we can't have that. That interferes with our factory farming. It interferes with everything. Like, you know, I'll tell you something. Like, this is a law that I just found out about a couple of years ago. There was a farmer that had this cow that couldn't give birth, and they had the crane out and everything in the field, and they were trying to get it out of the field, and they couldn't get it out of the field, and it was outside. And they didn't even put a tent over it. This poor cow was out in the middle of a field, And I saw it, and I called SPCA. I called them, and I told them, this cow, and they said, oh yeah, we're aware of this cow on the side of the road. You're not the first person that is called. I said, oh good, there's other people that have shown concern. I said, like, why don't they put a tent over it? Like, I understand the cow is at the point of labor that it can't move. I understand that because I saw them with the crane. They had a big crane out there, and they were trying to lift it up with the crane, and they couldn't even lift it up to move it, and they had to leave it in the field because she was going to give birth, but she was just massive cow, like you wouldn't be the size of her. So anyways, I said, like, why don't have a tent over it? Like, it's just nasty. Like, there's like sleet and slush, and it was a dirty spring, eh? Dirty spring. I said, the animal's out in the middle of the field, and the SPCA officer told me that because there was a hill, the way the law is written, there was a hill on the side of the field, which was like, I'm not kidding you guys, like 300-400 feet away. There was a hill away from the field. And that hill was classed as a windbreak. And because of that hill, and the way the law defines the windbreak, because that's all the animal needs is a windbreak, that animal sitting in the middle of the field was fine. I'm like, who wrote this law? Like, I'm sitting there looking at it and I said, there's no way. She goes, yeah, that's the deal. We can't do anything because technically that hill on the side of the field, 300-400 feet away, is a windbreak, so that animal's in shelter. Like, I just that's how ridiculous our laws are, guys. And we can thank our elected politicians taking bribes from, the lobbyists. We mean nothing to them. It's sad, and the animals suffer. Now, the happy part about the story, the cow finally did give birth, and it did walk out of the field on its own accord. On its own, it didn't have to be carried out. But, anyways, sorry to end off the stream on a bad story, but that's what it was. It just came to me. Oh. Did I potty train Doug? No. He knew to go outside when I got him. At 17 months, I hope he knew. That'd be bad to have a dog at 17 months that, you're sitting there in the living room and all of a sudden the dog just lifts his legs and starts up the side of the wall. Oh, that would be bad. Especially a dog that size. Oh, it'd be like, let's dump a liter of liquid in your living room. Alright guys, enough of this crazy talk this morning. I'm going to get happening here, and like I said, I got to unload the truck. Got to get breakfast into me, and get the show on the road here, get things organized, move the cameras around, do my duck chores, all that kind of neat duck stuff. I'll be turning the camera back on later for you, and sharing what happens here, like I always do. See you later, everybody. Thank you for the 88 thumbs up. And I guess YouTube's really broken this morning because we just didn't have the rush this morning for the duck rush. Maybe tomorrow YouTube will be better.